This is it. The end. The end of Ace Attorney Jova Hexion versus Professor Pedro, aka Sonic Lost World.
Cutscene.
Featuring friends. Let's go
hey guys, let's keep back to that running theme of having something potentially interesting would go completely buttfuck nowhere.
Hi, Sam Rigo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Phoenix Wright is here too.
Yes, we mentioned
Oh look! Dun 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 dun.
God,
it's Tailsman.
Sonic comic in England.
It's Tailsman.
It's called Sonic the Comic.
Yeah, Sonic the Comic.
What's such a creative name? Sonic the Comic.
It's blunt. We're British.
So yeah, much like the mind control. I guess it was.
I'm not even kidding. This is literally the same cutscene as the mind control beam thing in Sonic Colors. This is literally the exact same cutscene. Have something potentially interesting about Tails and Sonic having to confront each other, and then boom, cop out. Anyway.
Yeah. I like this level.
Yeah, this one is one of the better levels in the game, I find. Yeah. There is one section that I hate, and I'll bring up why when we get to it. But
is it the one with Zavok?
No. I'm okay with Zavok's boss battle. I'm fine with that.
Oh, hello, Hover Wisp.
Yeah, the Hover Wisp is completely buckfuck pointless in this game. Look at this.
It was so much more fun in colors.
Platforming right there.
And there we go.
The Hover Wisp was so cool in colors. What did they do to you?
And we're done. Oh wait, again.
Perfectly good platforms to walk on.
Basically, they're just here to. Basically, I don't even know what the hell they. Yeah.
You know, I cannot get over the irony that out of all the games that actually explain the Wisp's presence, it was Sonic Runners. Yeah, that's right. Sonic Runners actually explained why the Wisps are still around.
So a mobile game did a better job at explaining things than a game.
Yeah.
A console game, I guess.
He couldn't have just had a You know, that's one thing that irks me. I like the Wisp, but you know, one of my
colors, and that's where they
my problem with the Wisps continuing being around is that it kind of makes the ending of Sonic Colors pointless. You know.
Well, the only reason they were brought back is the same as Shadow is because people like them.
No, it's because I mean I like the ending of Sonic Colors because it was a nice farewell and shit, and now boom, it means nothing now.
Actually, no. Actually, no, Pedro, I don't think it makes it pointless. I mean, I kind of find it charming, actually, that some of the Wisps decided to stay. Because, you know, they really grew to like Sonic.
Oh yeah. Oh, wait, that's the reason? That's the reason. Well, why couldn't they give that explanation this fucking game then?
But I'm wondering, god dang it! You mentioned it in a mobile game, but you can't mention it in a
hi, Koopa! Oh, hi, Koopa Kid boss battle. I'm not even kidding. This is literally a Koopa Kid boss battle.
And to be fair, Sonic, there has been a Sonic boss, which is the Seesaw. Believe it or not, this is actually a better fight for Xena. Thank God. Better than her.
Oh, by the way, Shiro, you know how I'm defeating the Deadly Six.
Yep.
Immediately after I defeat them all, they just completely disappear off the face of the universe. I'm not even kidding.
I know.
They don't have...
Well, to be fair, two of them fall into the lava. Then again,
don't we at least get a satisfying cutscene of them falling into a lava or something? Like they just disappear because
for two.
In Mario games, we get Bowser's flesh being stripped from him, and he drowns in lava.
Pedro. Actually, Pedro, two of them.
Okay, that was my bad. I'll admit that was my bad. But then again, I don't really like the controls in this game. But go ahead, Joey.
I can't think. In Mario games, I mean the 2D ones, is lava instant death if you have a mushroom, or is it not?
It's instant death, yeah.
It's instant.
But the difference is that in Mario games, the levels are actually much better designed. But go ahead, Joey.
And as I was saying, two of the Zeddy actually do fall into the lava. Xena apparently combusts.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't get a nice little ending cutscene with them.
Yeah, that's another thing. Apparently word of mouth is that apparently they did this to leave it open for the Deadly Six to make a return.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah. Apparently that's the reason. Because apparently they didn't want to have a case like Shadow.
By the way, Shiroi, the final boss battle against Zor, it's quite possibly the most ridiculously easy boss battle in the entire fucking game.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
I have to say, I mean, I hope they don't come back because the Deadly Six are so one-dimensional. They remind me of how a lot of fan fiction writers analyze the characters they're writing about.
Yeah.
Basically, my
And I
theory is
hate
like
that so much.
My theory is that if they do bring back the Deadly Six, someone will hopefully give them better characters.
Yeah, which is
More character.
That's
What?
basically the idea.
honestly, can we please kick Pontic and Grep out of the fucking series after Shadow Crystal? I mean, Shadow Crystal was pretty much the last drop, even for people who defended those guys.
I mean,
You know, I have to say it's like
they're good
Pontic and Grep.
writers when their characters
Yeah.
don't talk.
Well,
But
actually,
the
you're
pro-
right.
They seem to be better at writing physical comedy than actual verbal.
Like this, I will still defend their writing in colors. That to me was still a pretty good Sonic story overall. But yeah, pretty much anything other than colors, I see where you're coming from at this point. I mean, I used to defend Lost World Story, and I still do kind of like it. I still do like the Deadly Six overall, but yeah, their execution was really, really poorly done. I had the feeling that
Shadow Crystal was so Shadow Crystal was the last drop
yes,
to you too.
Yes, Shadow Crystal. Oh my!
It's literally just the characters talking about how funny. And there you go, Shiro. That's the boss battle.
Oh.
Shadow Crystal did the impossible. It made me like Sonic. It made me think that Sonic Generations actually had more depth than a story.
Shadow Crystal doesn't have a story. It's just the characters talking about how funny they are, even though they're not funny.
Like I said, it actually makes me want. It actually makes me crave
talking about selfies and evil shit.
Yeah.
What thinking with Shadow?
Soon, Amy, you and your friends will be at my heels. You don't have heels. You're a snake.
It's out of me.
No, this is what happens. See, Sonic will come, and then we will kick your ass, or he will release me so that I can kick your ass. You can't kick my ass because your friends will never be able to kick my ass because I don't have an ass. I'm not even kidding. That's literally the dialogue of the fucking game. It's just the characters. It's literally pointless bickering the game.
Unlike that,
I'm gonna. I'm gonna have to admit, while I don't always agree with Roger Vanderwade, he was spot on the money with Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal.
Yeah, the parody, you mean? Yeah.
The parody and the dissection.
I love that particular moment where he has purposely the lyric go out of character and go, "Who the fuck wrote this? My God, that was brilliant."
I think that was Roger emulating through, what's his name?
I don't know.
Lyric.
Hey, here's an idea. Why don't we get the writers of
I love how
try and write a game.
Yeah, or even better, yeah. And I actually would like to see Ian Flynn write a game for this. I think that would be really interesting because I actually have heard that Ian Flynn is apparently a very good writer that apparently brought the comics back to good after the Ken Penner's scrap. From what I've heard, I can't speak.
Okay. I'll say this as someone who has nothing against Ian Flynn. Bringing him into the games may not be the best idea for several reasons. One of them being that, well,
by the way, hold on, Joe, let me just interrupt you for a bit. This is literally... Hold on, Joe, let me just interrupt for a little bit. This is literally New Super Mario Bros. Bowser's Castle. The New Super Mario Bros. Bowser's Castle are full of level gimmicks like this. It's literally the same...
I have the game. I know.
Anyway, go ahead.
I think it's kind of obvious at this point, Pedro.
I know, I'm just pointing it out for the sake of the audience who might have not be aware of it.
Oh, anywho, but yeah, going back... Shoot, what was I talking about?
Ian Flynn.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ian Flynn, he can be a bit iffy when it comes to writing Sonic, of all people, go figure. Yeah, it's not necessarily always his fault, but as a comic book writer, well, let's just say he kind of makes Sonic useless in some situations where he shouldn't be useless.
I still think he probably will be better than Pontic and Graf at least.
Yeah, I'll give you that. He probably would be better than Pontic and Graf, that's for sure.
He would.
And yeah,
the problem at the very least, Ian Flynn knows the fucking franchise and its lore, from what I've heard at least.
Yeah, come to think of it, Yeah, I guess, like, well, he would definitely be a good candidate, I guess. I guess the problem is,
Oh,
like,
and here we are. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this is a Mario game.
We're
Right
doing New Super Mario Brothers again. That's right. This is literally a New Super Mario Brothers final boss. Like, seriously, every New Super Mario Brothers...
how most of them go. You get a giant Bowser.
Yeah. Which
Bowser.
I mean, we do get... I mean, you need
I
Tokyo's...
actually like Sonic's speed to run up the wall, so I still feel that they do give it that Sonic touch, but yeah, this is very Mario.
Allow me to also say one thing, though.
Agree about that, though.
That's a very... How did that... What?
No. That was actually because the fireball destroys pretty much all blocks around, so I have to be fast while doing this. My problem
it just destroys what it hits.
The thing about the boss is that you have to be fast, but at the same time you have to stop and drop blocks on him. So it's not that. Again, I never really got used to the controls of this game completely, no matter how hard I tried. So there's always gonna be moments like those. But anyway, allow me.
Okay.
Well, by the way, Jova, since you're talking about how much you really should have well, you're already hogging Adventure 2, Generations. Come on, let me have my Sonic playthrough occasionally.
I think I'm taking one of the adventure games, actually.
Oh, you are?
One of them.
Oh, maybe. Hey, Shiro, you also want to take on Sonic 1 and 2 since I'm handling Sonic 3K?
Yeah, you're already hogging a lot of. You're already doing a lot of Sonic games, Jova. Let somebody else. Give somebody else a chance.
Yeah, I'll take 1 and 2.
Yeah.
It's such a shame. I'm actually still trying to ponder a way to try to find maybe because I've heard there are ways to connect the Android to the TV, so you can look at it. That way, I could maybe play and record the Taxman editions of those games because
the Taxman.
Because those are because as far as I'm concerned, the original Genesis versions don't really are obtuse at this point. The Taxman versions are literally the definitive versions of those games, literally.
Really?
There's literally no reason to play the original games anymore.
Are they on the iPhone?
iPhone, iOS, and Android, yeah.
Actually, no. I might not get them because of the way you control them on an iPhone.
Well, actually, you can if with the correct if you know how to do it, you can actually pair up an Xbox controller to an Android. I don't know about iOS or iPhone, but Android has means. Or you can also get BlueStack for your computer. You can also get BlueStack, which is basically an Android thing where you can actually use Android apps on your computer, and it's perfectly legal, actually.
Okay.
That reminds me, Shiroi, if you're going to be handling Sonic 1, do you think you're going to go for the good ending, with all the Chaos Emeralds?
Yeah, they're easy.
In fact, if Shiroi is going to do Sonic 1 and 2, then I'll be sure to teach her how to do that so that she can record the Taxman editions. Because trust me, Shiroi, because the Taxman versions are the definitive versions of those. If she can record those, why not? I mean, she already has the means to record PC footage, so she might as well.
Well, yeah, PC footage, but I mean, well, it's just a matter of getting those onto PC because, Android...
Again, BlueStacks, Joe. Have you ever heard of BlueStacks?
BlueStacks?
Is that something is that like an emulator?
BlueStacks is a PC app that can reproduce a PC, iPhone / Android / whatever apps in as long as you can, and it's perfectly legal. Basically, it's a way for you to play your iPhone apps on your computer, and it's perfectly legal. You can actually use your own account to buy stuff from there and everything.
So you can buy them from the PC instead of on the phone.
Yeah. All you have to do is make a Google account and use the Google Store to buy it.
Okay. I heard the music is remastered.
It is, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's right, it is.
There is a shit fuck ton of effort put into those remakes. I'm not even kidding. And yes, audience, before you say, wait a minute, they're ports? Actually, no. But even though they look the same, from a technical programmer standpoint, they actually are ports because they were written from the ground up. With a new engine and everything. The physics are better. Like, for example, the original Sonic CD actually had quite a few collision problems, but with the new retro engine by Taxman, that's no longer an issue.
Okay, sure. So here's an idea. You can get Sonic 1 and Sonic CD, and now take on Sonic 2 and Sonic 3K.
Shiroi, if you're
that's right. In that case, Pedro, you'll probably need to introduce me to that BlueStack thing if you want me handling the Taxman edition.
Oh, you want to do those yourself? I thought Shiroi would do Sonic 1 and 2.
No. Well, here's the thing, Michael. Shiroi will have Sonic 1 and Sonic CD, and now take on Sonic 2 and Sonic 3K.
Oh, okay.
That's the classic series sorted.
Oh, then I'll have to show BlueStacks to both of you. Okay, sure.
Exactly, that's what I would say.
Very well
It's
then.
a good split of sorts.
Sure.
And who's going to be handling advance?
Shiroi, didn't Shiroi want to do those?
I'll play advance. No.
Which advance
Don't
do you
worry,
want,
don't worry,
It'd be a bad idea, special stage.
don't worry, Shiroi. I'll take advance 2 off your heads.
My depth perception.
Yeah.
Is-
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Oh.
All right, maybe I should do the advanced games then. No.
Oh, wait, no, wait.
No, it's only like it's like most of the game is fine. It's just the special stages.
Do you want me?
Oh,
Okay,
here's an idea.
Here's what you can do, Shiroi. You're gonna record on an emulator, I'm
And there
guessing,
we go.
right?
I still haven't completed advance 3 yet.
Okay, Shiroi, question.
Okay, here's an idea. Maybe we could
Actually,
split the
ending.
amongst
So,
the three of us.
ladies and gentlemen, prepare for quite possibly the most rushed, put together last-minute ending in the history of Sonic games.
And yes, audience, it was confirmed that, yeah, they actually did rush this ending for time.
Obviously.
Allow me to quote Roger's parody. Never mind that, I'm the new evil plot now. Be generic robot number 547 here. I'm not even kidding. Like that robot is so generic. It's just.
It's like
You know-
a dumbed down version of the Death Egg, to be honest.
You know what's kind of
Okay.
sad is like, well, you know what's kind of sad is that everyone was predicting that Eggman would betray Sonic at the end, and I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't do that because it seemed a little too easy. Granted,
I'm
I
gonna do that.
Well, I don't know. Something about this, the way he does it. Okay. Technically, it is in character, but with how rushed it is, it feels almost out of character, like almost dishonorable. I mean, Eggman.
I think I know what you mean. I think I know what you mean, Jova.
He's often honorable about it.
I think I know what you mean, Jova. The game didn't earn this. I'm guessing that's what you mean.
Well, yeah, pretty much. It's like, I would have rather they had Eggman be helping you against the Zeddy.
Okay, basically, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the boss battle of Sonic Colors. I'm not even kidding. This is literally basically the a rehash of the Sonic Colors final boss.
Got an awesome theme, but yeah,
Honestly,
But
this
yeah,
theme,
warning, don't-
I love this theme, but honestly, it feels a lot more like a Kingdom Hearts theme than an actual Sonic theme, if you ask me. Especially when we get to the violent part. The violent part sounds so much like Yoko Shimomura.
That's because violin.
Yeah.
I love
Actually-
the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack.
You know what? I hope that someday this theme can at least be brought back for a boss that can't be beaten in 2 hits. That's
3
right, people. Actually, no. Actually, sure, you can beat this boss in 2 hits.
Yeah, I'm actually purposely not doing that for the sake of this, for the sake of the audience actually being able to see what this boss is like. You know.
Thank you.
Because this boss is so quick that you'll blink it and you'll miss it.
Same boss fight is actually pretty fun, in a way. And yeah, it's the one that plays exactly like a boss fight from Colors. And yet you can beat it in literally, I think, less than a minute if you use the supercharged homing attack.
Though
This
Xena,
music sounds like it's from a different game.
I know, right? I love this track, but it feels so out of place with the rest of the soundtrack.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you guys there. I think that this theme of anyone actually does capture the whole Sonic-y theme. Especially seeing as how lately Sonic has had a thing for violence as well, ever since Unleashed.
I honestly think to this day, the music of this game was done by Tomoya Otani, aka the guy who did Unleashed and Colors, and Sonic 06. The interesting thing is that I honestly kind of prefer Otani's earlier orchestral music over this one. You know, because, like, for example, The World Adventure, to me that's still the best piece of orchestral music ever in a Sonic game. The World Adventure is freaking godlike. Like, seriously, John Williams himself would be proud of that theme, if you ask me.
Where is that theme from?
The main orchestral theme of Sonic Unleashed. You know,
I haven't played Unleashed in a while, so...
I personally consider this track one of Ohanti's best as well. I feel that it captures the theme of the nice speed of Sonic, but also combining a whole orchestral theme, giving a whole suspenseful thing.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
when it comes
this is one of my favorite Sonic soundtracks of all time.
Actually, I still defend a lot of times in arguments with Blue Blood from SSMB that I still think Sonic 06 has the best cutscene music in the entire series. Like honestly, the cutscene itself, like the cutscene where Elise goes, "I don't care what happens to the world." That cutscene is horse shit. But honestly, but honestly, go to YouTube, search Sonic 06, Just Smile, listen to the track. The track is beautiful as hell. It's such a shame that it's wasted on such god-awful cutscenes.
That's one thing you can pretty much count on in a Sonic game. Like 90% of the time, the music will be fantastic.
And then Rise of Lyric came about.
Oh.
That's not a Sonic game. Well, it's not a mainstream Sonic game. The rule still stands. Mainstream Sonic games musics do not fail.
Well, okay, fine. I was about to bring up Sonic Chronicles, but
Make it sound like it's a Sonic game for hipsters or something.
I'm sorry. Were you about to bring up Chronicles? I guess we know who's doing Chronicles then.
Sadly, yes. I guess I'm gonna...
Such is the punishment for anyone who brings up the soundtrack.
It's a shame. I honestly, to this day, I still haven't gotten past the first hour of that game because that game is so fucking boring.
That's just surprising you volunteered for that.
Oh, hi, Sonic Colors Fire thing.
And also Mario 3D World.
Yeah.
Well,
in fact, why aren't we playing Mario 3D World? That's a much better game.
It's a wonderful game.
Well, give Sonic this, actually, to be fair, the Bowser thing was more a copy off of Eggman. Not that I'm complaining, I actually liked it.
I think in 3D World they earned it a lot more.
I know. Joe was probably gonna hate me for saying this, but honestly, at this point, I think EAD Tokyo would make a much better Sonic game than Sonic Team.
They would.
I don't hate you for that. I think that they could. I mean, yeah. Okay, Pedro, it's like this. Yeah, Sonic Team hasn't been doing the best. I just see that they definitely still have the potential. The problem is that always something arrives to make them second guess themselves. Okay, that scene was actually funny too.
Yeah.
Should they just change publishers? Maybe.
Maybe.
One that would actually let them try and do their job?
At least one that doesn't have Sega over their heads. Ugh.
Poor Atlas.
Maybe Atlas can make it, I hope. Although, Pedro, if Atlas all of a sudden does start declining in quality, then I think my theory about Sega being in the way of Sonic Team may come to light.
Oh, no, that's actually a thing. I pretty much believe that that's a thing. I never said otherwise.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, by the way, what the fuck is up with those Minecraft trees? Like, seriously. Like, did we suddenly enter into a Lego game or something?
I like this cutscene music.
The trees in Generations look so much better.
I love the Roger's take on this ending. Like, Sonic, you're standing on my screen time.
I want to be honest, Pedro. I kind of like the cutscene music in this game.
I like the cutscene in this particular cutscene, the music in this particular cutscene too. Yeah.
Where's the music in the credit?
Don't worry, Ishiro, it's coming.
It's coming.
There we go.
the main theme, Wonderworld, which is that. Honestly, as far as main orchestral themes go in the Sonic series, Otani and all shit, this is by far the weakest in my opinion. The Sonic Colors main theme and World of Adventure were much better than this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Pedro there.
I mean, this one is good, don't get me wrong, but
it's not bad.
It's nowhere near as good as the others. I mean, Otani raised his standards so high in the Colors and Unleash that to suddenly make something like that. Whatever. Final thoughts.
Allow me to bring up my thoughts to Lost World, okay? Basically, yeah, the story overall brings up all these plot points that could have worked, but the problem is that the ending screws everything to high heaven. I mean, yeah, it has its funny moments here and there, but we never really got that nice climatic finish with Sonic and Eggman working together that the game was actually building up to. Instead, let's just have Eggman betray Sonic. Because, yeah, we didn't see that coming. And yeah, going into the gameplay, it's like this. If you're willing to, actually learn how it goes like I did, yeah, the game can be pretty fun. And, occasional BS level design aside, the gameplay I think is overall solid. The snowball stage notwithstanding. The problem, though, is that, there's not enough hints. I mean, like, well, the one time we could use Omo Chow, like Pedro said, we don't have Omo Chow. Omo Chow would have been a godsend in this game.
Allow me to correct you. You're saying it wrong. But the one time we need Omo Chow and he's nowhere to be found. Go ahead.
Isn't that what I said?
No, you said we don't have Omo Chow. But okay, I kind of prefer it that way. But whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah, basically, I will stand by my stance that this game would be a lot more fun overall if the controls were explained to you more so from the get-go in a way like colors, told you by running into a hint or maybe give you a tutorial like Sonic Unleashed. That said, however, my one other big complaint about this game is how if it's W6 are going to be making a return, just like, not as bad as Silver, but they haven't had the best of entries, which I guess I have Contact and Graph to blame for that. They work better as a group, yeah, but they're not really used to their full potential as characters or even as boss battles. What were they thinking with the boss battles? Why? And I don't like the supercharged homing attack because it can make bosses a joke. Oh, I'm sorry if I've hogged a lot, but yeah. Basically, I love the gameplay of Sonic Lost World. I hope Sonic Team builds off of that, maybe meshes it with Generations, makes the Deadly Six better characters in the next game, and boom, you got something going. However, if you go down the wrong path and, completely throw this aside for something completely different, okay.
Which will probably be the case, considering it's Sonic Team.
Well, it's like this. Sonic Team tends to work up a gameplay formula. They do it for a few games, and then they change it. Like this cutscene. Yeah, this too. Basically, yeah, some of the cutscenes in the story I like. In fact, I like more of them than I don't like. The problem is that they're not connected well enough. Basically, a bit of a faulty story. Overall fun gameplay that I love. But yeah, this really comes off as an experiment as opposed to an actual effort trial.
Not being weird. Let's get out of here before my day gets any worse.
So, yeah.
Why can't we tell him about his mustache?
Sorry if I hopped at that.
That's okay.
You can tell him and get all the glory.
It's just this game sort of frustrates me. I really love it, but yeah, there's a lot of problems which could endanger its formula being actually built up on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like had they just done some things better.
Oh, by the way, are we covering this?
I have a bit. Yeah, we'll be covering the hidden world in the next part. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Sonic Lost World.
Can I get my final thoughts now?
Sure.
Okay, fine. Yeah, my big problem with this game is the fact that it lacks an identity for its own. Like, this is not a Sonic game, or at least it's not what Sonic. I mean, you've literally turned when you take little level tropes that were taken straight from Mario games. You make the music more Mario-esque. You create enemies, the Deadly Six, which are much akin to the Koopa Kids. You have like you have this disconnected worlds thing that doesn't match with Sonic style of storytelling. Like you're pretty much okay. What the fuck? I mean, isn't the whole point of Sonic is that he's the anti-Mario? I mean, and now you're literally making him a Mario clone. Like,
I wouldn't say they're making him a Mario clone. I mean, thank goodness they didn't go that far. But yeah, this game definitely... Okay, it's like, I don't see this as a game that copies it, but the game that really shows that, yeah, we're trying to, cater towards the Mario fan base. It's like, well, I still think that it has that special Sonic spin on it, but... Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily lack complete identity. It still has some of its own identity. The problem is, like, well, they were sort of leaning a bit too far with the inspiration one, I feel.
You done hogging? Okay. Anyway, like I was saying, yeah, this game is basically has identity issues. And of course, the problem... And of course, Sonic Team, once again, proves with this game that every time they step out of their comfort zone, they always screw some things up.
They don't always screw things up, but oh well.
Jova, can I please speak? Thank you.
Sorry, I just don't like when people speak in absolutes. Go on.
Oh, so wait a minute. So you're like so wait a minute. So you're like Obi-Wan
Yes,
Kenobi.
I know. I'm like a Jedi. Yeah, I know. I know. Only a Sith speaks in absolutes. Coming.
So I'm a Sith. Huh, interesting. Anyway, yeah, okay. The controls are too complicated for a Sonic game. I just don't understand why they had to create this control scheme that just feels awkward to play through.
I still stand by my theory that it could have worked a lot better if it was explained, better with a better tutorial system.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, yes, basically the speed of the levels, as a lot of people have actually even mentioned on SSMB, the speed of Sonic's speed is actually inconsistent. Sometimes he goes faster in the 2D section, sometimes he goes slower. It's just anyway, yeah. The level design has a lot of problems to it. Combined with the slippery, a lot of cheap stuff in it. And of course, the fact again, I'm sorry, I have to keep mentioning the story is the story. If I have to disagree with Jova on the story. That I honestly think this, aside from a few funny moments, the story is absolute shit. Honestly, it makes no sense.
Wait.
It makes no sense. It has no structure.
It's not too different from what I said.
It's no. You said you liked the story. You said that the story wasn't.
I said
bad.
I liked the story. I didn't say it wasn't bad. I just said I like it. I still recognize that it is very badly put together.
Okay. It has no structure. It makes no sense. It has no momentum to it. The characters are either non-character, like the Deadly Six, or completely out of character, like Tails. Like seriously, Tails was completely butt-fucked raped in this game. Like, anyway, yeah. And of course, my main problem with this game in general is that there's no significance with this. This is not a Sonic game to me. Like, Sonic's trademark loops and hills have been replaced by Mario's flat walls. What works for a Mario game doesn't necessarily work for a Sonic game. It just, why? Why do they feel like they have to do this? Isn't the Sonic fanbase enough? Do they really need the Mario fanbase so badly? Why? Okay. The graphics look gorgeous. I'll give it that. I love the smooth 60 frames per second. The music is good, but honestly, if I'm totally honest, I find this to be Tomoe Otani's weakest soundtrack. I still think Sonic 06 has a better soundtrack than this game. But
I respectively disagree, but yeah.
Anyway, that's pretty much it. Shiroi, you have anything to add?
Yes, I can't speak much for the gameplay as I've only ever played the 3DS version, but...
Oh, we'll get to the 3DS version soon.
By the way, I'm not doing all the special
I'll be
stages.
really angry.
I'm not doing all the special stages. Fuck
I don't think
that.
it's even possible to do the special stages considering how the capture card thing is, with the wiring.
Yeah. Fuck that. No, I'm not. I'm showing off the first one, but that's it. After that, I'm done. And fuck anybody who tries to convince me otherwise. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry. No, that's not August. Go ahead, Shiroi.
Yes, the characterization is terrible. The music, while pretty good, yeah, pretty good, is nowhere near one of my favorite Sonic soundtracks.
I agree.
The level design looks like I haven't played it for myself. The level design looks god awful.
It's hit and miss. I'll agree to that.
But it's a pretty great looking game.
Mm-hmm.
It looks gorgeous. My problem with the visuals is not the graphics themselves or the textures. The problem is the level tropes themselves.
Had a brain fart at the end, though, it seems.
Yeah.
I do find some things kind of unique with how they work with Sonic's parkour ability and the fact that sometimes his speed actually does work with how the parkour works. I do like how they did tailor some levels around that. The problem, though, is, once again, they were a bit clumsy on entry with this one. As they always seem to be ever since Unleashed when it comes to first entries with new gameplay.
By the way, but right before... go ahead, Shiroi, and finish your final thoughts, because I have something that I think will be a great way to end.
The rest of it, you guys pretty much covered the rest of it.
Oh, okay. See everybody for the extras part.